Panthers and Stars just had a really long, grueling 6-game series, which found the Oilers on top, moving on to their first Stanley Cup final since 2006. The Panthers, feeling they have revenge from last year's finals loss, took down the Rangers in a really great and tight series in 6 games to make it right back, setting up a awesome star-studded Stanley Cup final starting on Saturday. The betting lines from FanDuel give the Panthers the edge at -126. Really fitting that they're right there in alphabetical order, E and F. That's pretty funny. So I know this is NHL 24, but here is what the Oilers lines, obviously can be kind of shaking out as. So we got Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Hyman, Kane, Draisaitl, Henreek, Fogle, McLeod, Perry, Janmark, Ryan, and Carrick. Defensively, we all know Darnell Nurse is not loved by many, with Bouchard, Ceci, Ekholm, Kulak, and Desharnais. Gotta give his defensive core credit, though. They've played really, really solid the last few games. And, of course, in the net is Stuart Skinner, no doubt about it. He has been very solid recently. And then looking at Florida, their forward core looks very deep as well. You got Verhaeghe with Barkov and Tkachuk. Again, these lines are obviously not all how they actually are in real life, but Rodriguez, Reinhart, Bennett, Luostarinen, Lundell, Cousins, Gadjevich hasn't played, I know, Lawrence, Lomberg. I believe definitely they're going to be playing. Well, Tarasenko should be in the lineup. That doesn't really make much sense anyway. So yeah, where's Tarasenko? I'll make sure this sim is accurate. Poso also has been playing, so I'll put him back in there. And Cousins hasn't been playing, so we're gonna put Stenlund in. He's also been playing. So there you go. Now their lines are pretty accurate. So that's what you like to see. Defensively, I mean, really such a good D-core, especially that top 4. I mean, Forsling is just unbelievable. He should be like a 90 overall next year in NHL. Ekblad, Montour, Ekman Larson, Kulikov, and Mikkola. So, they get it done. They really do. They really do. And then in the net is Sergei Bobrovsky. Is Bobrovsky going to finally secure that Hall of Fame resume with the Stanley Cup here? So that sets up Panthers versus Oilers in the Stanley Cup final. So now probably you guys are wondering, Henreek, who do you think's going to win before a sim, right? Because this sim is going to be what actually happens. Like, it's a guarantee, obviously. But if I had to, bet money on it, if I was someone that really, you told me, you have to tell me what's going to happen, Henreek, I would think the Panthers are going to win this series in 6 games. I think the Panthers are too good of a team here. I just think they're going to be too defensively, sound for the Oilers to handle. It could happen. We all know that. Anything could happen. It's the playoffs. It's the final. McDavid could just take over a series. You never know. We'll see what goes on. A slow sim every game. First game of the Stanley Cup final live in Florida. The first period goes 2-1 Panthers. Poso gets one. Luostarinen and Nugent Hopkins gets one. For the second period, it's 3-1 Panthers. Matthew Tkachuk gets a goal, and barring an Edmonton Oilers comeback, it looks like how we'd expect the first game to go, probably 5-1. Verhaeghe and Tkachuk gets another one. I think we could send the rest of this way. 6-2 final. Tarasenko adds one, and Hyman gets one back for Edmonton. Those are the 3 stars of the game. Tkachuk with 3 points, 9:47 for Bobrovsky, and 3 points for Verhaeghe. Game number 2, Edmonton's got to win this one, or they're definitely in trouble. First period, 1-1. Sam Bennett gets one. Evan Bouchard gets one. Seems possible. Second period, 3-2 Florida, though. The Panthers just don't go away. Sam Bennett, Evan Rodriguez, and Nugent Hopkins got another. And now for the third period, it's a 1-goal game this time. So Ryan McLeod is tied, and Darnell Nurse has given the Oilers their first lead of the series. But the Panthers, Gustav Forsling on the power play, tying it at 4. Forsling has been so good. And then McDavid has his moment in the Stanley Cup final to put the Oilers up 5-4 lead. Is it enough? Draisaitl says it is enough. They put up 6 on Bobrovsky, and this series is tied back to Edmonton. To show the stars of the last game, but I was so fired up about that. But game 3 in Edmonton. First period, it's 0-0. Teams are kind of feeling themselves out here in Edmonton. Second period, it is still 0-0. We got a close game here in game number 3. Who is going to take game 3? Who's going to go up 2-1? Oilers power play. It's always elite. Not that time, though. Still 0-0. After all those goals in game 2, the team have definitely tightened up defensively, to say the least. 5 minutes to go now. Is it going to be a 0-0 overtime game? It is going to be overtime in game 3. Who takes that lead? Oilers power play, they survive. Panthers power play, can they convert? It's a long power play. They can't convert, and a goal, and it's Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe's been so clutch. that's real life. That really is. Verhaeghe has been so good in the playoffs, in overtime especially, and those are your 3 stars. Bobrovsky with 40 saves, Skinner with 32, and Verhaeghe with the OT win. If the Oilers don't win this one, it's probably going to end in 5, but let's see. First period, it's 1-0. Sam Bennett gets it going early. Second period, 2-1. Tarasenko, Adam Henreek, my guy. It's a 2-1 game. The Oilers, they got to push back here. You don't want to go back to Florida down 3-1. And Gustav Forsling might have just secured that potentially. 14 minutes to go. Another power play for the Panthers. Won't go. The Oilers need goals, and they need it now. It is time to get it going. McDavid has struck. McDavid is trying to, will this team here. He really is. 3 minutes to go. Zach Hyman gets it tied at 3. I mean, this is cinema. Panthers power play, and we're going to overtime again. Overtime here. Who is going to take it? It's a goal! Warren Foegele, out of all people! The second power play unit gets it done. And this series is tied back to Florida. I'll get my camera on the screen. Why not? You guys can see my reactions to all this happening. Game 5 in Florida. First period, 1-1. Ekholm gets one. Verhaeghe gets one. Second period, it's 2-1 Oilers. Evan Bouchard. And the Oilers, if they hold on here, will have a chance to head back to Edmonton and actually close it out. Panthers power play, though. They're not going to go down easily. Oilers power play. Barkov ties it. Panthers power play won't go. 8 minutes to go. What's it going to take here? Who is going to get that next one? The next one's probably going to be the winner. Next goal wins territory, no doubt about it. Very late, and it's going to be overtime again. I mean, what a series. If this actually happens, I mean, what a series we're in for. And they score! Warren Foegele! I mean, what the hell? Warren Foegele is the hero. You can't make it up. And those are the 3 stars. Oh, my goodness. Foegele with the game-winning goal. Skinner, another great game. 29 saves. Tkachuk with 2 assists. And we have an opportunity for the Oilers to win the Cup in Edmonton. Game 6 in Edmonton. First period, 1-0. Ryan McLeod. Second period, 1-1 though. Lundell has answered. It's going to be a tight one. Every game's been tight in this series. Will there be a Game 7? Matthew Tkachuk says, let's go. There might be a Game 7. Let's see. It's still 2-1. There's still plenty of time. Tarasenko makes it 3-1. And it might be headed back to Florida for a 7th game here. Oilers power play late. They don't score. Tkachuk gets another. And we'll see you back in Sunrise. 3 stars. Tkachuk with 2 goals. Bobrovsky with a nice game. .966 save percentage. Lundell with 2 points as well. Well, it's time, guys. The most famous words. Game 7. Here we go. Game 7 in Florida. First period, 1-0. Evan Rodriguez. Second period, 2-1. It's a 1-goal game. Matthew Tkachuk has been so good recently, and Hyman gets one. What's going to happen? Are we getting overtime? Are we getting an actual just clinching win? We'll see. 15 minutes to go. 14. Next goal is so critical. Whoever gets it. Tie game or the Panthers are probably going to win. Edmonton power play. Can't convert. Panthers power play. And they score! Sam Bennett! And it's a 5-on-3 and a 5-on-4, and that might be enough. And we go in to see the last little bit. Turned over! Evander Kane, break! McDavid, shot, save! Evander Kane should have just taken that probably. Bouchard, Foegele, save. Ekblad's got it. 10 seconds to go! Ekblad ahead! Reinhart, wide! Drive and a goal for Forsling to clinch the Stanley Cup!
He's able to walk right into that shot and beat the goaltender clean. It is all over. The sweat, the tears, and probably a few pints of blood shed to win this Stanley Cup. But Cheryl, I would say it's probably all worth it. Oh, it's worth it. Just look at them, and they're going to have their names inscribed on the Stanley Cup, and that stays forever, James. And yes, it's been hard-fought battle. You can see how tired they are because it is a grueling process just to get here. An amazing accomplishment.
The blood, the sweat, the tears, it's all worth it for a chance to hoist a cup which is on the ice.
The dream is alive and it is in the building, and now it is a big question is who's going to hoist that cup. Love to see the order.
And here comes Cap, the engine, the lifeblood, the heart and soul of this squad, and he's finally a Stanley Cup winner.
Yeah, for the first time to be able to hoist that cup is an incredible feeling. I can just imagine the emotion that's circulating through his veins. But he has done everything for this team, both on and off the ice. This is a deserved and earned moment.
Oh, what a moment. He's been waiting his entire career for this. This grizzled veteran finally getting his mitts on the cup.
And the emotion is written all over his face. What I love, James, is watching the emotion of all of his teammates as he was able to hoist it.
What a moment, all those years, and he finally is a Stanley Cup champion here, Cheryl.
Yeah, and he was so good between the pipes, wasn't he, James? I mean, you can't win without solid goaltending, and he was the backbone of this team. He deserves it, and he hoists it, and you can see the smile on his face.
There are smiles, and then there are Stanley Cup smiles, and he's got one right now, Cheryl.
Yeah, and he can also smile because he was a key contributor in terms of offense. I mean, he tied for leading in goals, and you know how important that is to know every time you put a guy on the ice and he's got a chance to make a difference. He was consistent right through the playoffs.
The celebration continues, and they're all converging at center ice for the team pick.
Hard to believe that so many of them are banged up, hey, James, at the arduous process of getting to the Stanley Cup final, but that's why they're all in one heap, showing the pure elation of the moment.
So there it is, guys. Let me know if you think that's what's going to happen in the Stanley Cup final. I mean, I said Panthers in 6. A said Panthers in 7. You guys comment down below what you think is going to happen, who you're rooting for. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.